Good day, everybody. It's Eleanor, and I'm here again doing, day 4 of the Galactic 13 moon calendar reading. Just really, again, learning, and we're learning together. So every day is going to be a little bit more unpacking as I'm starting to understand what the heck this all means. So I want to actually kind of preface this with as what I'm understanding and learning as I'm diving into this is like learning a new language. So the symbols, the words, the expression, the output of this information, I feel is not really meant to be known up here. It's to be understood in the body. So we'll take some time to really embody this wisdom. So go low and slow, I guess, is what I'm doing. And what I'd recommend, I'm just looking at some of my notes, and remind yourself that this is, just like learning a new language, but that according to the Mayans and this ancient way of keeping and tracking time, this lives inside of us. So if we are with it in that trusting and that inner knowing that it will land on some level in our body, then we're all good. So I find that when my mind is trying to really understand this information, I get really lost, and I get not frustrated, but like, oh, why am I not grasping this? So I forwarded some of this information to a girlfriend yesterday, and she was like, you're right. It is totally like learning a whole new language. So with that said, we're going to go into today's reading. So every reading, every review, reading, whatever you want to call it, we'll say the Gregorian calendar date and then dive into the Galactic Mayan, the Tzolk'in calendar date for today, the reading. So today in the Gregorian calendar is, and I'm going to flip this forward to my notes now so you can see. All right. So let me pause this for a second. Okay. So here are my notes. I'm trying to keep it similar so each day is a little consistent. So here's the Gregorian calendar date on the top. We're Friday, August 19th, 2022. As a reminder, this month that we are in, this moon cycle, this is the first one of the year for the Tzolk'in calendar. We are in the magnetic bat moon. And so right up here, I wrote as a reminder, this month, the question or inquiry to ourselves is, what is my purpose? That's the energy of this month, okay? So different ways to write this Tzolk'in calendar date. I wrote yellow day. We're day 25 of the first moon. So again, that might seem like gibberish, okay? And according to this calendar, this is not Friday. The day is Kali. It's associated with the sacral chakra. We'll go into that a little bit here in a second. And another way to write this day is Kin 93, Red Lunar Skywalker. Again, might totally seem like gibberish. I know it does to me still. But we'll unpack what this all means. So another reminder is, and I'm going to pull up the calendar here on my computer, the days, the dates, the tones, the solar seals, the kin numbers, it moves up in sync. So today is 93, yesterday was 92, the day before that was 91. This is what the calendar looks like when it's all laid out, the harmonic module, okay? So I said that the kin number is a combination of the 20 seals, the 20 solar seals, and the 13 galactic tones. Those two multiplied together is 260. So there's a combination of the seals and the tones, which are listed up top, some of them. Okay. And every one of us has a kin number that is specific to us when we were born. So you can go to, here's a great website that I found the other day during a YouTube I was watching, 13moon.com. It explores some of these, actually all of them, the symbols and the tones, and it gets into some more detail here. So I will actually touch upon some of that today. Okay, so we'll just go through our reading for the day, okay? Today we are tone number 2. It's the lunar tone, and it is associated with the right knee. Yesterday was the right ankle. So you'll start to see a pattern as we go through each day consecutively. The tones and the seals travel through the body like a wave. So yesterday was the right ankle, today's the right knee, tomorrow's going to be the tone's going to be in the right hip. The essence here is that these tones live inside of us. So if I were to close my eyes and go into meditation on this tone in my right knee, essentially I'd be able to tap into that, because we are we are a reflection, a fractal of the cosmos. So just the micro and the macro and vice versa. So that's where that is. Okay. And I'll go into what the lunar tone means. And I'll also go in today to what the seal means, this specific seal. So today we're in the Red Skywalker. That's my cute little drawing there. Let me pull up what the Red Skywalker actually looks like. Although I like my little drawing. Okay, here we are, Red Skywalker. Where are we? Right there. Okay, Red Skywalker. And that's with the left ring finger. Okay, yesterday was the middle finger, the day before that was the index finger, the day before that was the thumb. So left ring finger with the Red Skywalker. Okay. And just as we've been doing, there's always an affirmation every day. And this website, lawoftime.org, allows you to plug and play with the tones and the solar seal, the essence of the day, to give you this beautiful mantra affirmation. So today's is, I polarize in order to explore. Stabilizing wakefulness. I seal the output of space within the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of space. I am a galactic activation portal. Okay, so that last line too is an added one for today. So I'll show you as well in the calendar that today, and there's multiple days like this on the Zolkin calendar, where it's a day that's specific to the galactic activation portal opening up. I haven't noticed a rhythm yet as to what days. Like there's order in everything, you guys, which is what we're seeing here with this 13 moon calendar, which is why it's so important. I feel that we learn and we get ourselves in sync with this calendar because it's harmonious with the natural law of like Mother Nature around us, and also within our body, because we are a reflection of Mother Nature. So, and the synchronicities that I've been experiencing personally since studying this, and again, I preface this video with, I have no idea what the heck some of this means. I'm really allowing my mind to fade away and trusting that I'm absorbing, that my spirit, like this information lives within me. We are our ancestors. So my mind just needs to get out of the way and I can embody this, embody all of this beautiful information. But the synchronicities have been wild since I've been studying this, and not just for me, for the people in my life that I've been sharing this with. They haven't even been studying it, but today at the park, you guys, I'll just share with you openly. My roommate, I live with my mom. She's my roommate. Love her. It's great. Like, we didn't live together for years. I moved out when I was 16 and we're back together, being able to really heal. And so I've been sharing this calendar with her. And today I was out at the park. I'm going to turn this camera around so you I was at the park with the dogs and throwing the stick. And all of a sudden I hear this voice. I look over. It's my mom. She's walking her dog. And she comes up and she's on the phone with her friend. And they're talking about her friend's got mice issues or something. Well, we look down. There's a dead rat right there in the park. So she's like, oh, that's kind of funny. And they were, I guess, talking about me and yoga, and there I am at the park right there. So that's a double synchronicity. And then there was a third one that I can't think of, but it all happened like at once, where she was like, I was just thinking and talking about all of these things, and here's this portal, boom, here we are. So yeah, it's great. So okay, that's today's reading. I'm going to go a little bit more into what specifically today. So again, I'm trying to keep these videos 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes, so they're digestible. It's a lot of new information. So again, I know that there was a comment on the last video from Kat. Thank you for watching these too and learning along with me that this is what I feel like. So my dad studied a lot of different occult mysticism, and he said some of these books that he'd pick up, it wasn't about understanding it up here in the mind, that you would just have to keep coming back to it. And over time, the returning back to the books and the knowledge and really bringing it into self out of here, but like in here, that the understanding just came with time. So that's just what's going to happen with this. This calendar is really quite beautiful though. So I'm going to turn this back around now so you can see the calendar as to why we added that I am a galactic activation portal for today's. So you'll see this is the downloadable calendar on lawoftime.org. Okay. So this is each moon cycle. And you'll see on some of these days how there's this really beautiful kind of pattern there that we saw at the harmonic table down below that I was just at. So when these show up on days, this is just a special energy portal that opens up. And now again, I'm not sure why these days, because I scroll down and there's some months where there's like a ton of them in a row. So I'm like, okay, what's going on in the cosmos that is having like, look, over a week of this galactic activation portal. So something must be going on with our planetary alignment in this section. So I'm curious. I just, and I'm sure others that have been studying this longer know. So today is one of those days though. So I'm going to scroll up all the way to this month. Okay, here we are. Oh, and also I didn't say, but in the beginning, why I wrote yellow day. Today is yellow day 25. See how the weeks are colored? Got a red week, white week, blue week, yellow week. From what I am understanding and it kind of reminds me of alchemy. The yellow week is about expression, right? I think I said at the start of this week that the mantra for this week is power ripens fruit. This is about expression of everything that we've inputted. This is about processing and transformation, the blue week. And I can't quite remember what the white week was, but we'll learn and we'll come back to it. Okay, so I'm going to go into now what we mean by the lunar tone and this solar seal of the Red Skywalker. But before I go into that, just want to, put out these, they're calling them the 5 keys to the synchronic order. So my mom and I the other day were talking about synchronicities and what is a synchronicity and when you experience it, what does it feel like? Because we always find this way that we need to like define everything, but it comes back to like, what is the feeling? How do you experience it in your body? Definitions are important. We all relate to words and experiences differently. But things coming into alignment. So we're talking about this essence of when you experience, we were talking about deja vu as well, where it feels like you're on the right path. Things are coming into order. So synchronicity. It's almost like this, you are really honoring that you are the magnetic creating your reality. And then there it is showing up going, boom, thank you for trusting me. So 5 special keys to be doing as you are learning about this calendar. So wherever you are, whenever you're deciding to explore this calendar, even with the feeling of, I have no idea what Eleanor's talking about or any of this means, just trust and see that there, trust in yourself. And I think this just goes down to like a spiritual basis, at least for me, is that there are no accidents. I don't believe I was born here on this planet to work and to kind of like follow these this other order of the way people want life to be lived and not honor my own spirit. Like I came down here to be creator. I chose to be here. I chose to come down and incarnate in this body. So part of trusting is that foundation is like rooted in spirit, right? That we are all connected. There is an order to this reality. Nothing is by accident. Even the things that are seemingly terrible or bad or negative experience, they are, it's not to negate your feeling in that. They do, you experience them that way. But then when we step outside of that experience and time goes on, we go, if that didn't happen, then X, Y, and Z wouldn't have followed suit. So there's an order. There's like, we're just trusting in that and trusting in the oneness. Because once we are out of this body, I feel, and we're having this higher view, we go, okay, I totally understand why our oversoul selves created COVID, and why all of these, traumas and things happened in life for us to get to this point. And it only seems negative and bad because of that perspective, or that lens that we're looking at it through. So I am going into this exploration of the calendar really having spirit be foundation for me. So with that, getting out of the mind, 5 keys to getting your life more into synchronicity. So the first one is natural mind meditation. So you're really wanting to set aside time each day to get quiet and still within yourself. So really emptying out your thoughts, letting go, and using the breath. That is one of the biggest keys and tools that we have in this human body, because we are spirit having a human experience. You are not your body. You have a body. You have a mind. You are not that. There is an I somewhere in there witnessing all of this happening. And we've had years of conditioning and trauma and layers and things that we've learned to identify ourselves as, but that is not who you are. There is a higher, the big S self, the I, yes, there's this essence of you, your spirit, your light. That is there. So we're getting out of that space every day to come into a sense of stillness within, so we can anchor ourselves there. The second thing that we want to do in this process to get more synchronized is to actively turn negatives into positives. And that's not denying that the experiences feel negative. No. Feeling into it. It's not over-identifying with those feelings, but really calling upon some transcendental meditation. So allowing yourself to feel it, and then really experiencing the silver lining there. So the third thing then is to do what we've been doing on this video, to explore the daily reading for the 13 moon calendar, and to sit with these images. So yes, about here in a second, we're going to read what the lunar tone means and what the seal means. And that's great and all. And then relate it to yourself, right? Because there's so many different ways to define. You can find a million different definitions on the internet of how people relate to the moon and how they relate to certain parts of their body. So read what's out there, take what serves you, but then go in and trust that you have all of the answers and guidance inside of you, because remember, we're all connected. So this ancient calendar that we're studying, part of our soul is rooted in that way back. So there's a sense of understanding, at least for me, like I know, even if it doesn't make sense right now, there's a knowingness. And that's not up here. That's a knowing inside. Like I'm pointing at my sacral chakra in my belly down here. Okay. Number 4 is to keep a synchronicity journal. So as you are diving into this, you will experience more things coming into alignment. You might be thinking about someone and they call you. You might have what happened to me the other day, 2 days in a row, this hummingbird flying over as I'm doing the same reading. So just keeping it alive without judgment, just noticing what shows up. And the last thing is to form a synchronicity group, or to talk about it with others, because it's special. But I think actually having a group that you can come together and express these very special magical moments, and not just have it be off the cuff of, hey, this synchronistic thing happened to me the other day, but creating a sacred container to explore the synchronicities that happen. Yes, if anyone's open to it, and you're watching this, let's do one online, let's do one in person. I'm open. So now I'm going to end the video here with the lunar tone and the Red Skywalker. And this is online, so this is just an interpretation that I'm reading. And I think I've posted down below where you can find this information. So I'm going to turn the screen. Okay. So since this is up right here, we'll go ahead and just go into the Red Skywalker tribe. So everyone has a tribe, by the way, you guys. On this 13moon.com, you can type in your birthday just like you would on a natal birth chart for your astrology reading, and it will let you know your kin number. And with that kin number, like my kin number is 83, and I'm part of the Blue Overtone Night, which is just my tribe. So the tone is called overtone, and you can read what the tone means and what your tribe means. But here it has... so it tells you to contemplate, these words, these codes. These are codes. So words, we're acknowledging that words are powerful, our thoughts are powerful, that the universe, God is expressing itself here in numbers. This is the beautiful thing about this calendar. It's all harmonic. So the words that we use and express out and think and contemplate on are these are codes, because there are numbers associated to this and the expression of it that are, when we use them in this way, are helpful to unlock us into the essence of ourselves and what we came here to do. Because I feel like many of us, I know I am myself, have been freaking lost. What the heck am I doing? Okay, so a little bit more about the Skywalker, because today we're the Red Skywalker. So this is as if you were in the family, but let's just read about it a little bit, okay? The gift of your cosmic identity is to be a celestial conduit, a traveler in consciousness, a luminous path cutter, a prophetic messenger. As a Red Skywalker, you have the capacity to be a pillar that unites the heavens and the earth, to extend deep roots and activate broad antennas, to soar into the vastness of imagination while being grounded on the material plane, to discover trust in the unseen and unknown, to voyage beyond growth edges, to hold the space of universal compassion, to be an emissary of angelic presence, to be an awakening agent of the divine descent, helping anchor the frequency of the new paradigm to earth, to courageously transcend the status quo, trailblazing into new frontiers of perception and realization, to be an explorer of space, both inner and outer. So directions are the east, to initiate. This, just the tribe itself, I'm not talking about today, because today we're in the Sacral, but this is for this tribe, right, and the planet, okay? So what is essentially this calendar is saying is that this tribe, the energy of the Red Skywalker, is guiding us today, okay? Now, there is another website. It's really cool. It's called Star Root. That's StarRoot. That every day, I'm going to go ahead and refresh this. Starroot.com has today's reading on it, but I think it's in, they must be doing this in, let's see, is it showing? No, it's still showing yesterday's. Oh, no. No, it's today. Okay. So there we go. Oh, wait, but that's showing me something different. Okay. Red Skywalker. So you see this energy is guiding us today. And then I'm still learning about this. I'm not going to go into it. But every day there's the center point. That's our kin for the day. And then all the directions, north, south, east, and west, there's guiding energies. Okay. And this goes into all of it. And I'm not sure what, yeah. And it's funny because this says the harmonic is 24. So I'm not sure what, this is something different. I'm still learning about what exactly all that means. But today's tone, the 2 dots, so I'm actually overtone, mine is, but the 2 dots is actually a lunar tone. So now I'm going to go back over to this website and we're going to look up the tone. Okay, so lunar tone. All right, so the lunar tone, so as you can see the 2 dots right there. So, which is really cool, right? Because our mantra, if we go back to it, when we read the Red Skywalker, there said something in there about space, inner and outer space, right? I'm guided to the power of space. And also that we polarize, right? I polarize in order to explore. So the lunar tone is all about polarizing, stabilizing, and challenging. And we have all of that actually in here part of the mantra today is the lunar tone of challenge. I seal the output of space with the lunar tone of challenge, okay? So the gift of this tone today is counterbalance. Activate your lunar powers by honoring the yin and yang of life as contrasting aspects of one wholeness, by welcoming challenges as opportunities for strength and growth, by being a bearer of stability, by consciously challenging others, encouraging their expansion and development, by challenging the consensus reality, by being wakeful to the art of constructive opposition, by holding your personal perspective even when it isn't popular, and yet, on the contrary, being able to make dramatic shifts that offer coherence as you feel moved by inner knowing, by striving to integrate your inner polarities and stabilize your own equilibrium, by understanding obstacles to be necessary creative tension that can open up new pathways of evolution, by aspiring to be firmly steadied within the constant pulling of night and day, in-breath and out-breath, moon and sun, self and world. Okay, so just kind of leave it at that. This website is actually really helpful for, this is 13moon.com, for wanting to learn a little bit more, feel into more about what do the tone means, what do all these solar seals and tribe, what does that all mean? So, okay, well, that's it for today's reading. Enjoy your Kali, which is today. It's the sacral, so tapping into the sacral chakra today as you meditate and just having moments of stillness and space in your day where you can get out of your thoughts, coming into that creative center. It's all about expression, creativity, sexuality. It's a powerful place in the body. And then again, the ring finger on the left hand and the right knee. So maybe exploring like what do those, when you tap into those places in your body, what comes up for you. So all right, well, that's it. Check in tomorrow, and I hope you have a galactic day.